way past him. You should shoot it. See what happens. See you over the clock. Really? I know. One
How are you feeling now? And you're in your third year. You got the rookie year out the way, the sophomore year, and now you're a seasoned vet.
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm confident in the playbook, and having the continuity with the coaching staff throughout my first 3 years has really not only helped me but helped the whole defense come together and really understand not only be able to understand what we're supposed to do, but how to do it better and how to make better plays through the defense.
How much do you think it'll help having Brian back on the other side there? Not so much attention, just keying on you.
He's going to be huge for the team as a whole, and obviously for the defense. I mean, when you see what he does in the run game, see how he gets after. I mean, everyone knows him as a pass rusher, but seeing him in the run game and now he's even covering a lot better than we've all improved in pass coverage, but him specifically, he's improved a lot in his zone drops, and he's the total package for our defense, and he's going to pay a lot of dividends for us this year.
Will it help you, just being that you don't have, last year a lot of offensive keyed on you? What can you do now that you have somebody kind of to offset you, balance you out?
It definitely. I mean, the offensive line will have to be pretty balanced across the board because, not only just Rack and I on the outside, but we got Barry and Bowen and guys like that, and Kedrick and Jarvis on the inside. So, that's what we want. We want versatility, and we got that with the guys we have across the board up front.
Hurt. You guys seem to be mixing things up a little bit. You'd blitz from his side, he'd blitz from yours up the middle. Do you guys have any creative packages like that planned for this year now that you're both healthy?
We haven't installed them yet, but I'm sure as far as game planning goes, we'll kind of mix things up a little more, and we're both versatile guys and can play across the board numerous different positions. So I'm sure we'll be moving around quite a bit.
Yeah, Ryan, back here. You're going to have kind of a rotating cast of guys playing in front of you at that defensive end position with Jarvis's suspension. When you're out there, do you have to be kind of aware of who's in there and the strengths and how each guy's going to play? Do you have to kind of think a little different when either Baker or Golston or Jenkins is in there?
Not in particular, because their assignments don't necessarily change from Jarvis to Kedrick, from Kedrick to Baker. I mean, they all play the 4-eye position the same no matter who's in there. So I don't think it'll change a whole lot for me personally, but it'll be great when we have all of our guys back in there.
Ryan, Reed Dowdy's obviously a guy who's overcome some obstacles and hurdles in his life and career. Can you talk about him as a teammate and what you've seen from him and what he means to you guys?
He's the consummate pro. I mean, he's everyone always uses the phrase you're always one play away from being the starter, and that's kind of been his MO throughout his career, really. I mean, we've had guys go down with injury, and Reed steps in and makes plays, and he doesn't miss a beat. I mean, there's not much drop off from one guy to him, and that's what you want in a pro. And obviously, he's a great special teams player and doesn't get I don't think the credit he deserves in that regard. But a great special teams player and a guy that's always ready to step up defensively.
Brian, I'm sorry if you had to ask this or answer this already, but how is your life easier now that Brian Arakpo's back?
Well, I just think the defense as a whole will be uplifted even more with Rack being back. I mean, he's just what he brings to the table in terms of his versatility and his ability to play the run and play the pass and cover and pass coverage. It's he's got the total package, and he's going to be huge for our team.
Secondly, we saw you kind of go out in the streets in Richmond and do the Q&A with fans. What was that like for you?
That was fun. It really. I mean, Danielle, the girl I interviewed, it couldn't have worked out better with how she responded to the questions, and it was a blast doing it, and man, it was I really still can't believe how perfectly it worked out with her.
What's the biggest area that you see as growth that you want to make this year?
I need to be more consistent in my pass rushing. I'm working on developing more counter moves, because last year after watching some film from last year, my rookie year, I would tend to work too much on the outside or right through the O lineman. And this year I want to be able to, be able to have the option of going inside, because then that kind of keeps the tackle on his toes a little more. So I need to have that versatility in my pass rush game, and to be able to, if something's not working, to be able to work something else.
How do you develop that?
It's just something you got to drill and practice, and this is the perfect time to do that, because you're not game planning, you don't have a game to prepare for. So that's what this is for us. You're just practicing now, so it's just something I got to keep working on in practice.
Anybody else? All right. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.